What's up, everybody? This is the Tech Preacher. So, are YouTube content creators lying to you when they review microphones and audio equipment? Look, I received a comment of a concerned person that purchased a microphone that me and a couple of other YouTube content creators reviewed. But when that individual connected it, they got it up and running, and they used it, the sound quality was horrible, so they say. But how could that be? When me and a bunch of channels review audio gear and microphones, they sound so clean. They sound so good. Are we lying on our reviews? Are we faking it to make it sound good? What's going on? Well, I'm going to tell you why some of us audio guys, including me, have microphones that sound so good and we get really good results. So let's talk about it. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So first things first, I am not a certified audio engineer, right? All my audio experience has been self-taught over the years, but I've seen a lot of videos, including mine, I make them now, that audio sounds super clear. The voice sounds so good to be true. Plus, we making budget microphones sound like high-end professional microphones. We all doing that. So are we lying in our videos? Well, no, not really. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why me and some audio channels have microphones in the budget or even up to the high end that sounds so good and yours don't. So let's talk about it. So number 1, the microphone itself is only one part of the audio chain. Like most of us audio channels, including mine, have some sort of treatment, some audio treatment. Look, in my studio, my walls is acoustic treated. I have carpet on my floors. I have a sound blanket that's in front of me. I have sound blankets on the side of me, sound blankets all over the place. On my desk, I have a mat that prevents sound from bouncing off my desk. And my door has been totally treated to prevent outside noise from entering my studio. My studio itself is 4 dBs, right? When everything is on. That's how quiet this studio is. And that's with the lights on with fans running. Most audio channels will have some sort of treatment in their studio or a vocal booth. So the sound that you hear is from a well-treated room. Look, I definitely mentioned this in my audio videos that my studio is almost 100% sound treated. But you know what? Let me let you guys listen to a untreated situation so you can hear how it sounds. So check this out. All right, guys, so here it is. This is going to be a sound test with microphones that's in an untreated environment. I'm in my living room and I got wood floors and walls and nothing in here is treated. And as you can hear, the echo sound and the sound quality is not that great. Now, the microphone that I'm using is going to be the Rode NT1 5th generation condenser microphone. And I'm going to test a few microphones here so y'all guys can hear the difference in listening to a sound quality in an untreated room. So I got all of this going into my Zoom F6. Yeah, this microphone here gonna hit you about 300 and some change. Even though it sounds really good, but as you can hear the echoey sound in this environment, this is how the sound is going to be if you have an untreated space. So let's go to the next microphone and go from there. All right, so here it is, right? This is going to be another microphone. This is going to be the Rode Pod mic. So this microphone is being used by a lot of broadcasters and a lot of podcasters. So this microphone will sound really good in this type of environment, even though it's untreated. So if you want to get a microphone that sounds really good in an untreated space, the pod mic may be a device that you might want to look at. Now, this is going to be the first generation pod mic, and I think you could get this for about 99 bucks. I will leave all the links down in the description below. All right, so here it is. This is going to be a test of a different microphone. This is going to be the toner microphone. Now, this microphone will cost you about 50 bucks. Now, I reviewed this microphone and it's absolutely amazing. Again, in this type of environment, with no sound treatment, you may get the best out of a microphone like this. Now, again, when it comes down to the sound quality, everything could be tweaked. But I'm using no post-processing during this part of the video. But I want you guys to listen to untreated situations. All right, so here it is. This is going to be a shotgun microphone. What you're listening to right now is going to be the Sennheiser 416 in a untreated room. Now, even though the 416 is a very expensive microphone, it doesn't matter. Untreated space, this is going to be the way it sounds. And believe me, I'm listening to myself in this space and it doesn't sound that great. So it doesn't matter the cost sometimes of a microphone. If you are in untreated space, this is going to be the sound quality that you're going to get. You can't fix this unless you get a treated space. So this is very important when it comes down to microphones. It's not just the microphone, it's the audio chain. You have room treatment. You have all kinds of different things that you have to do to get audio to sound good, not just the microphone to sound good, but audio in general. All right, guys, so here it is. This is going to be the sound quality that you're going to get straight from a smartphone. Again, it doesn't sound that great. So what I'm going to do in this part of the video, all the microphones that I just tested, let y'all guys listen to. I'm going to even out the audio to make sure it's consistent, but you be the judge for yourself and hear it. This is how the sound quality is going to be. Now, I've always recommended that if you're going to use a smartphone, try your best to have some type of external audio. Now, in this test, I used the Zoom F6 along with a different variety of microphones. I have so many of them, but I didn't want this video to be like super long. But I did want to let y'all guys listen to the difference between dynamic microphone, a condenser microphone, and a shotgun microphone, and the smartphone microphone. So that's what you got an opportunity to hear in an untreated environment. You let me know down in the comments below, how does it sound? Sound pretty bad, I'm sure it does. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the rest of the video. So coming in at number 2, most audio channels, including mine, have some sort of premium interface or external recorder, some sort of audio software. Let me break this down. When I'm reviewing an XLR microphone, I'm using a premium XLR cable and it's going either into my Zoom F6, Zoom F8N Pro, or my Neumann MT48, which none of these items are cheap, right? And if I'm using a USB microphones, I'm recording it into my computer using Adobe Audition. So why is this part so important? Because most people starting out, being a content creator with a light budget, won't have none of these devices. Look, I mean, the Zoom F6 costs 600 bucks. The Zoom F8N Pro costs over $1,300. The Neumann MT48 that I'm using costs almost $2,000. There's no way most beginners have this type of budget. And I'm talking about my equipment. I don't know what everybody else using, but I built this from the ground up. This is how serious I am about bringing my audio to the next level. And if you want to bring your audio to the next level, you know, you can start off with cheaper options. I talk about things like the Focusrite Scarlett or the, I don't know, interfaces. I have a bunch of budget options that I reviewed here on this YouTube channel. Stuff that costs under $100 that will work well with beginners. So understand this. It's more than a microphone. It's so many parts to the equation to get that great sound coming from the microphone so you guys can hear it. But it's not just the microphone, but that is number 2. So coming in at number 3, All microphones are different. You have dynamic microphones like the Shure SM7B. You have condenser microphones like this Warm Audio 8000G. You have ribbon microphones. You have wireless microphones and more, right? And each of these type of microphones brings different features and functionality that you have to look for yourself, right? That a person have to look for. Most podcasters and broadcasters, they like to use dynamic microphones due to the cordial porta pattern, which helps, right? It helps. If you have a room that's not treated or not having too much treatment compared to a condenser microphone, this microphone right here picks up a lot of room noise. So you have to have a treated scenario in order for this microphone to sound good. Believe it or not, it does. It's very important. Very, very important. So coming in at number 4, post-processing. Most of us audio guys, including myself, will add some type of processing, such as equalization, compression, dynamics, and gates. Look, I do that in every video. I do post-processing in every video. But if I'm reviewing a microphone, I will, and we supposed to let you know if you're listening to dry sound with no processing or processed sound. We supposed to let you know. If I'm using a USB mic, I will record in Adobe Audition. That's software. And believe it or not, software like Adobe Audition, we can make our microphones sound good. Even budget. We add equalization, compressions, and dynamics and stuff like that, audio plugins. Post-processing is important. Almost 100% of my videos, I use post-processing. But if I'm doing a microphone video, I will let you know if I'm doing processing and if I'm not using processing. So you know, you need to know this. And I know in my videos, I will let you know. So coming in at number 5, mic placement. As you can see, I have the mic right here. Mic placement is very important. If I get too close, I get that booming effect. If I get too far, I hear room noise. So you have to train yourself on better mic placement. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As I get closer to the microphone, and you will hear that nice boom effect, that broadcast sound, that deep bass sound, right? As I get closer to the microphone, you hear that, right? But if I get far from the microphone, it sounds far away, but you do hear some of the room noise. The problem is, and I want y'all guys to understand this, is that even though I'm far from the microphone, my studio is treated. So it does sound pretty good, even though I'm a little far from the microphone. But mic placement and distance is very important. It's a lot of stuff when it comes down to microphones. Now, I do have a boom microphone right outside the frame. I mean, right there. I got my Sennheiser 416 right there. So if I don't use this microphone, I got my Sennheiser 416 pointed right there, and I can use that. But yes, when it comes down to using microphones, mic placement is very important, and that is number 5. So there it is. Are we faking our microphone reviews? I believe the answer to that question is no. I think that the biggest issue is transparency. Look, I tell you, the microphone is just one part of the audio chain. Look, it took me years to get to this point, and I'm still at the beginning. I don't know it all. I definitely don't know it all. But to be clear, I use my audio equipment and knowledge for voice and dialogue. I am not a singer, and I don't record bands. All my audio and all my videos that I make about microphones is for voice and dialogue. That's it. Now for live streaming, I use a totally different setup, which that requires a different video. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. Also, if you want to see my live stream setup, which is a totally different setup, because I'm using Rodecaster Pro 2, MT48. I'm using, this microphone here, but I got it connected totally different. If you want to see that video, let me know down in the comments below. This is like the Tech Preacher. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. about the miscommunication about microphone reviews in all its glory. See you guys on the next video. Peace.